We'll go into what we've done so far, and then we'll just keep on going. Okay, so we had a really good start. I think we did about, I don't know, an hour and a half last time, and we got to a reasonable place, I would say. We've built out we sort of got a bit of a structure about what we wanted. I started to build out a few pages. I built the sign in and the sign up page. So these are just some of the sort of standard things that I just kind of do by default pretty quickly. Big part of the session was connecting to Supabase, right? And so we started to build a bit of a database there. Supabase might not be the end place that we have this, right? It might not be the last place that we have it, but it is a great place just for our prototype. That's what I'm finding. It's a great place just to build out your prototype. So let's just have a look at what tables we've got. So we're in the data agents one here. The best thing about Supabase right now that I'm seeing is that it's connected. It's just so integrated. It's so integrated into Lovable. That's the big thing. Okay, I'll just move this to the side actually, so I can see the screen. Yep. Okay, so yep. So I think we got a data set upload, right? So we got the data set to upload, which is good. Okay, and then now that it's in there, I think we put it into storage. So this is like another place for more data heavy files or imagery. It's just a cheaper way to eventually store things as your database gets a lot bigger. Okay, so yep. Okay, cool. So we could download this, right? And then we're going to see what is in that. But I want to just make sure, just figure out where we're at. And the good thing about Supabase also is this authentication part. So you see here that I am actually a user. We did have an initial application for this, so that's why I've got a few emails here, but we're going to change it completely around. We're going to completely do something different. So see that I'm actually a user down the bottom there. Okay. So I'm just going to sign in. Okay, so there's plenty of like upgrades we can make here, right? But I'm really focused initially on just building the scaffolding of this application. That is the key thing. We want to be able to get data in. We want to be able to load. We want to be able to see the data, or at least see a preview of the data, and then we want to run some sort of way that we extract the metadata, like the columns and a bit of information about the table. We don't need all of the data. And then from there, that's when we're going to sort of layer in some AI automations after that. Okay, and then we can get once we've sort of got the scaffold of that set up, we can get a bit more serious about things like UI and experience, right? Okay, so I'm gonna load something up here. Just give me a second while I find just a data set that we can use. Just give me a second. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Enterprise DNA's data library. I'll just quickly get something random out of here. So in the resource center, we have a data library like this. Okay, let's just download this one. Well, it's quite big actually. I'll do something a little bit smaller while we're testing. Fields 6 logs. Okay, I'll do this one. Call center logs. I just got to make sure it's actually a CSV file as well. Save as. Yep, it's not a CSV file. Second. Okay, CSV file. Okay, so let's go back to our app. So call center, and we go upload file. Okay, so cool. Okay, so in data sets, call center logs, view details, data preview. Okay, so the data preview is obviously not working. Okay, so this is what we need to probably work on here with Lovable. Can you please have a look at the data preview area? It looks like we're uploading the CSV file fine. It's going into storage in Supabase, but what we want to do is now we want to be able to actually see at least a preview of what the data looks like in the data sets area. So once I have this in and I can sort of see it, like I feel like that's the beginnings of our structure of collecting information, collecting data. There's more we can do there, but then we're going to move into more the analyst side, the analysis side. Okay, so if I go storage, I go data sets. Okay, so it's for some reason it's going into a different folder, which I don't really love, but there could be a reason for that. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll fix that. We'll fix that in a little bit, I think. Okay, let's just go back here. Okay, so it's working on the data preview component. As we're doing that, let's have a look over here, data sets. Okay, yep, so that customer service one's up there now. Okay, yep, so all new users will will get a profile created. That's kind of was key, I think, in the last call. We were trying to work that out. Okay, so yep, so we just need to get this sorted, but it might not be staying though. It's making me sign in again here. So some of the key things you always need when you're building these out, right? Like you're going to need a home page, you're going to need a sign in page, you're going to need a sign up page. Then obviously you got your app underneath. What I'm kind of finding is, you don't want to get too caught up in all the specific and very targeted UI experiences, like the front end experience. You just want to get the core stuff working, and then you can go back and you can do a lot of that more intensive front end development, like with the AI later on. You just want to at least just get, like, I think when you drill down into a lot of apps, the sort of functionality of like what they're actually doing is never as extensive as you think. It's just probably some simple thing, but it's sort of the UI experience that you put on top of it. So you can get into that later. The core for me is just so key at this point. It's just getting the core working, the core functionality. My developers taught me this. Lovable actually organizes things in a way that is not actually that good. One of the things what it does is it puts all of the components from individual pages into the components folder, when in actual fact it's much better to keep it in the pages folder or the pages area, and keep the components for a page within the page. And I found that is actually totally superior way to do it. Maybe what I need to do is go to settings and go to knowledge. I'm gonna add a knowledge piece here. Okay, I'm gonna say, when building in a modular way, which is what we're always looking to do, can you please make sure for front end components inside of the folder architecture, can you make sure to place those in folders within the pages folder, not inside the components folder? Let's see. Can you please make sure for front-end components inside the folder, can you... Okay, let's see if it listens. Let's just see if it listens, eh? Some days you feel like you're winning with the AI, and some days you don't. It can be kind of frustrating. I'm sure before these tools were available and vibe coding was even a thing. Like that, it's the same with any dev, right? Any dev is very very similar. Oh wow, okay. Did we? Okay, yeah, we got it sorted. Okay, so the error was that package was missing. Ah, okay, and good, and they've refactored the style. Okay, good. Going back to the datasets page, can you please? I don't like the dark backgrounds you've placed inside this component. Can you please change it to the clear, just like you did with an individual dataset page? Okay, this is positive. This is really positive, right? What's it saying here? Okay, it's saying there's an error here. We'll fix that one next. Okay, so it's running. Yep. Okay, cool. So, and this scrolls across. Nice. Okay, that's looking good. I know, this is all simple data. We're not doing any data cleaning at this point, but I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried. I'm just, initially when we were building our prototype, that's all we're doing. We're not getting too caught up in all the, you know, like there's so many variables and comprehensive things you can possibly do here, right? That's not probably what we're aiming for initially. We can get to that stuff later, but if we build in a modular way, that's how we can manage a lot of that stuff later on, right? That's why I said build a modular way. Always refactor. Always have a very modular code base. That is just one of the biggest learnings I've had in recent times.